Hi, I'm Daniel Ventura and welcome to the ProMix Academy. Now, if you're looking to start the keto diet, here are some of my top tips. Now, if you're looking to embark on a ketogenic diet for the first time, it's very important to first of all ascertain the reasons behind it. Is it because it's the latest fad or trend? Or is it because of a deeper issue? As a personal trainer, I get clients coming up to me all the time and their main issues being weight loss, thyroid issues, type 2 diabetes, and sometimes in certain cases it's epilepsy. Now, if any of those 4 issues relate to you, then the ketogenic diet would be the perfect diet for you and would work very well. But if there are other things that you'd like to achieve, like muscle building or general strength training, then the keto diet necessarily wouldn't be the best diet for you to entail. Now, a lot of people ask me, what can I expect when I start the keto diet? Do I have to go cold turkey and cut out carbs completely, or do I gradually build it up? Now, this all depends on the type of person that you are and how you've lived your life up until this moment in time. Now, as a personal trainer for many years now, I've met 2 main types of people. Those types of people that live by carbs, love their carbs and can't live without them. And there's also people similar to myself that have always lived a low carb diet and happy with things like salads. Now, if you're the first type of guy, then this is going to be a little bit of a struggle for you at first. So I would never suggest going full keto straight away. What I'd like you to try is maybe 1 day of a keto style eating and eating day habits, and the next day go back to your old carb eating ways and alternate 1 day on, 1 day off for the first week. The second week, why don't you try eating a keto style breakfast, keto style lunch, but then go training in the evening, and after your training session, then load up on carbs and then replace missing glycogen in those muscles after your workout. Do that for a week, and then in the 3rd week, try full keto. Now, that would be a much gentler approach, and I feel that that would be a lot more sustainable for those of you who are used to a carb-loaded diet. Now, if you're the type of person that likes salads and doesn't eat too much carbs normally, then a keto diet is going to be a piece of cake and you can jump straight into that one. If you're embarking on a keto diet for the first time, there may be a few signs that you'll spot in the first few days. First up would be lethargy. You may feel a little bit more tired than normal initially. Also brain fog, and you may experience muscle cramps. Now, when you stop eating carbohydrates or restrict them drastically, your insulin levels will drop quite drastically as well. Now, insulin holds on to sodium in your body. So every time you go to the toilet, you'll be letting go of your sodium and all your essential minerals. So if you're losing all your minerals, you're not going to stay hydrated, and henceforth you will feel lethargic, also brain fog, and if you haven't got enough water in your muscles, that's why you'll experience cramp. Now, a very simple way of avoiding this is topping up on essential minerals. So these 3 symptoms, the lethargy, brain fog, and the muscle cramps, are sometimes referred to as the keto flu. An easy way to stop this and avert this is by having a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt in some water. A pint of water would do it. Swish it around down the hatch, and instantly you should be feeling more energetic, brain fog should start to dwindle, and muscle cramps shouldn't be a problem. So how can you tell without urine strips, without breathalyzers, whether you're in ketosis? Well, as I mentioned to you before, things like lethargy, brain fog, and sometimes muscle cramps can be early stages that your body is going through a transition stage into ketosis. Now, why does this happen? Why does the body react so aggressively? And it's because the body is trying to tell you what it wants. Now, carbohydrates and glycogen stored in the muscles and the liver are the primary fuel source for the body. And when that starts to be starved out, as it were, the body's not stupid, and it will start giving you sugar cravings, start giving you carb cravings, and it will say, I want carbs, give me carbs, give me carbs. Now, of course, if you can resist, the body's not stupid. It knows that there is a secondary fuel source, and that is body fat. But of course, the body doesn't want to use up all its fat preserves. It wants to save that for the future. So it will resist, and it will try and force you to eat carbohydrates at some stage in the near future. And the way I assimilate this is to pregnant women. Now, you've always heard of pregnant women having cravings. Now, if a pregnant woman needs salt in her body, she will get a craving for a doner kebab or some anchovies, for example. Or if she needs sugar, her body will be craving ice cream. And sometimes the two combined. They want a doner kebab with ice cream at the same time. And that's because the body is very clever at giving you signals and telling you what the body needs at that moment in time. And so this is why the body is giving you these signals, the brain fog, the lethargy, the muscle cramps, and the cravings especially. It wants you to start eating carbohydrates so it can have its favorite fuel source back in its body. But if you can overcome this short-term inconvenience, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Once your body starts to realize that no way, you're not going to give it any carbs, it will eventually release ketone bodies and start burning its own body fat. So you will then become fat adaptive. But once you go into ketosis, you will find that your energy levels will be 10 times greater than they were and 10 times more sustained than they were when you were eating carbohydrates. For example, if you ate carbs, undoubtedly 2 hours later you'll be hungry again, you might feel a little carb crash and you'll want to eat again. But when you're on a high-fat diet, you can have one meal and that will give you sustained energy for 8, 9, even 10 hours without even thinking about food. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and once you reach that state of ketosis, you'll understand why. For any of you who are really struggling with cravings right now, rest assured there is a simple trick. With a quick online search, you can find a keto alternative to absolutely anything that you desire. A simple search for keto bread, keto muffins, or whatever you want, a simple alternative will be found online. Now, believe it or not, the secret to longevity with a keto diet is carbs. Yes, so carbs, the thing that we've been trying to avoid all this time, is actually the secret for long-term keto lifestyle. Now, there's a few reasons why carbs are essential. If you look at the keto diet as a whole, it's geared around fat loss, and you will lose body fat as long as you're in a calorie deficit and you're not eating too much. You will lose body fat, subcutaneous fat from your body. But of course, there will be a limit. There will be a point where your body will say, no, I'm not going to burn any more body fat, because otherwise you would disappear off the face of the earth. So what you need to do is stimulate your metabolism and kickstart it again, and occasionally throw in carbs into the mix. But there's another reason why long-term ketosis is also advisable for you to incorporate carbs at some stage, and that's because of potential thyroid issues. There have been a very small percentage amount of people that have had thyroid issues from sustaining a keto diet for too long. Now, it's very rare, so it's not something I'm personally worried about personally, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So throw in some carbs on a weekend every once in a while, and your body will be happy for it, and your metabolism will stay spiked, and you'll keep on burning fat and staying healthy. Now, if you'd like to see more of these videos, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.